Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The battle over the Corinthos kids is just about on, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, stopped by to see Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, at his office. She tells him that she is there to ask him to help Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, get custody of his kids. Curtis knows exactly how awful Drew Kane, Cameron Mathis, is, and Carly tells him that he and Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, intend to say that Michael abandoned his children for months. Of course, he was actually recovering from third-degree burns in a German clinic, not avoiding his kids intentionally. Carly wants Curtis to use Aurora's media to expose Drew as the con artist that he actually is. Curtis would love to do that, but his hands are tied because Drew is blackmailing his wife, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. Carly eventually leaves, and on cue Portia arrives. She decided to tell him that she is responsible for drugging Drew with ketamine and hiring Jacinda, the sex worker, to help stage what should have been a career-ending scene. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, was arrested because Drew framed her by planting the drug in her car. Curtis thinks that if they can find Jacinda, then they might be able to still bury Drew. Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, and Michael share a moment when she feels their baby kicking, and she asks if he wants to feel it too. Michael lights up when they discuss anything at all about the child that Sasha claims to want to raise alone. He tells her that he has custody court and asks Sasha if she can watch Willie and Amelia while he is gone. She explains that she can't because Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, has called her as a witness. They discuss the possibility of being caught, but they both believe that everyone believes that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is the father of Sasha's baby. Sasha then takes the kids as Michael talks to Carly for a few minutes about everything. Emma Drake, Braiding Bruner, wakes up alone in a cabin and panics when she realizes that Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Massa, is gone. He then walks in the door with breakfast for both of them. He tells her that he would never leave her now because she's the only one that he trusts right now. Gio's phone is loaded with missed calls and messages from people that he considers his fake family. Gio now suspects that Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, knew the truth, and he is trying to piece together how he feels about everyone else. He is mad at Camilla, the woman who was his mother, and Emma interrupts him to support her. She believes that Gio saved Camilla's life after her husband died. He gave her a reason to keep going, and her love for him was very real. As they talk, Gio realizes that he needs to return to Port Charles for answers. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, called Christina Corinthos, Kate Muncy, and Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, in for a meeting to figure out a strategy. She wants to know absolutely everything that happened on the night of Rick's accident. For a moment, she thought that no one could place Christina at the scene of the crime, but then she realized that she would be on police bodycam footage. Alexis also cringes when Christina admits that she told Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, that she had been on the scene. They need to figure out where Rick's car has been hidden because it proves that the brake lines were cut. Alexis also tells Christina to stop being impulsive and to stay as far away from this case as possible. After they leave, Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, visits Alexis and says that she is very worried about Ace's trust fund because it is missing about $10 million. Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, is still nursing a broken leg, but she hasn't been forgotten. First, Rick stops by to bring her dragonberry juice and a treat. Laura also stopped by just in time to question Rick's motives and if a reconciliation is on his mind. Their conversation then turns to Liz and Lucky. Laura says that Lucky still loves Liz, which she believes, but she isn't sure if they can make it again as a couple. Liz thinks Lucky is great at saving her, but not a fan of the tedious day-to-day stuff that is so important. After Laura leaves, Lucky arrives and shares that he met with an attorney about Liz and Rick's accident. He admits that he knows more about the crush than she does. Ava Jerome, Maura West, stops by Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros' office for an important update. Nina tells her that she thinks that she can finally help Willow to get custody of her kids, but she's not going to do it. She explains that she has solid reasons to believe that Michael is actually the father of Sasha's baby, meaning that he cheated first, but she can't tell anyone. First of all, she genuinely loves Sasha, and is so happy that she is getting another chance to be a mom. Second of all, Nina realizes that if Willow gets custody, she will never leave Drew. Instead, she'll probably move to DC with him. So, while Nina could drop a bombshell, she actually believes it's better to let Willow take the fall for the greater good. As they talk, Rick arrives to see if Nina is ready to testify. Ava leaves, and Nina is a bit apprehensive, so Rick asks point blank if she has any new information to share. Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofa, overhears Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, taking a call from Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, who tells her that Gio is safe and with Emma. She thinks that this is the perfect time to attempt to talk to her furious daughter. She asks BLQ a question about Gio, and is told to mind her own business. Lois keeps defending herself and her actions, but Brooke Lynn is having none of it. She agreed to a closed adoption, and by doing something totally different, Lois robbed her of the chance to make decisions as a mother. In the end, Brooke Lynn says that Gio wants nothing to do with her, and now she wants nothing to do with her. Gloria, Ellen Travolta, appears out of thin air and begins yelling at BLQ, telling her not to speak to her mother that way. Thursday's episode of General Hospital delivered a punch full of emotional upheaval, jaw-dropping decisions, and long-awaited arrivals. With every character's motives under fire and old wounds flaring up, Port Charles once again proved that nothing stays buried for long. From Carly's desperate pleas to Nina's defiant stance, and a surprise return that may shake the very foundation of one family, the drama is heating up fast heading into summer. Carly's in over her head, and she knows it. Carly Corinthos is many things, strong, stubborn, and often one step ahead. But on this particular day in Port Charles, she found herself caught in a mess she couldn't fix alone. After days of trying to hold things together with sheer willpower, Carly finally broke down and admitted she needed help. And not just any help. She reached out to Sam and Spinelli, her trusted confidants who've helped her through plenty of past crises. Trouble is, Carly's problem isn't something a tech genius or private investigator can sweep under the rug. As pressure mounts around Sunny's legal situation and threats begin creeping closer to Donna, Carly's maternal instincts are in full overdrive. But she's also worn thin. The once indomitable Carly admitted that she's scared, something she rarely confesses to anyone. With the walls closing in and no obvious escape route, she had to swallow her pride and ask for help navigating an increasingly dangerous landscape. Her vulnerability shocked even Sam, who's used to seeing Carly operate like a general in the middle of chaos. But this time, Carly's heart is tangled in something bigger than a business rivalry or marital betrayal. It's about her family's safety, and she's terrified that she can't protect them alone. Nina's cold refusal leaves Willow reeling. Elsewhere in town, Nina Reeves continued to wear the mask of a loving mother and reformed woman. But that mask slipped the moment Willow reached out. In a painful confrontation that could shatter any remaining bridge between them, Willow made a quiet, heartfelt plea to Nina. She didn't ask for forgiveness. She didn't accuse. She simply asked for compassion, a willingness to help bring peace to the family for Wiley's sake. But Nina? She slammed the door shut. Still simmering with resentment over the way she's been treated, and clearly unable to let go of her long-held anger toward Michael and Carly, Nina gave Willow a firm, cold rejection. No, she won't reach out to Carly. No, she's not willing to put aside her feelings just to make things easier on everyone else. And worst of all, she dismissed Willow's plea like it meant nothing. That moment changed something in Willow. There was pain, yes. The sting of rejection from a biological mother she's tried to understand. But more than that, there was clarity. Willow saw Nina for who she really is. Someone who wants control more than connection. Someone who equates forgiveness with weakness. And someone who, in this moment, has chosen bitterness over healing. Michael, of course, wasted no time blasting Nina for her behavior, though he tried not to get too worked up in front of Willow. Still, it was clear that this incident would only further justify his decision to keep her at arm's length. And Willow, she may finally be done giving Nina chances she never really deserved. Gloria Cerullo returns, and she's not coming quietly. Meanwhile, the Quatermain mansion was hit with a thunderbolt of energy and attitude, as none other than Gloria Cerullo stormed back into Port Charles. With her big personality and no-nonsense style, Loisa's mother made an entrance worthy of a queen returning to her court, and her timing, impeccable. Gloria's back in town for what she's calling a family check-in, but it's clear she has other motives. She made a beeline for Brooke Lynn, who's still dealing with the fallout from her recent choices, and trying to juggle the baby's secret drama, career aspirations, and her ever-complicated relationship with Chase. Gloria wasn't subtle. She never is. She peppered Brooke Lynn with questions, opinions, and unsolicited advice, all delivered with that trademark Brooklyn flair that fans have missed. But underneath the rapid-fire commentary was a deep well of concern. Gloria can sense something is off with her granddaughter. And when Lois arrived to find her mother already stirring up trouble, sparks flew between them. The Cerullo women are nothing if not fiery, and this reunion promises to deliver both comic relief and emotional depth. Lois isn't thrilled that her mother showed up without warning. Gloria, for her part, insists that sometimes a mother just knows when she's needed. Whether that's true or not, her presence is bound to shake up the already chaotic Quatermain household. Sonny's absence looms large. Though Sonny himself didn't make a major appearance during the episode, his presence was felt in nearly every storyline. Carly's unraveling, Nina's bitterness, and the ripple effects on Christina and Ava all trace back to the once mighty Corinthos family patriarch now in a tailspin. With whispers that someone close to him is plotting behind his back, and Valentine's interest in his affairs raising alarms, Sonny is more isolated than ever. The question is whether he'll recognize how many people he's pushed away before it's too late. Dante and Michael remain torn, caught between loyalty and self-preservation. And with Ava continuing to manipulate her position, Sonny's empire may be on the verge of collapse, and he doesn't even know it yet. Christina and Blaze hit a crossroads. Christina's storyline also took a poignant turn as she confided in Blaze about the latest family drama and her conflicted feelings regarding the baby, Sonny, and everything in between. Blaze, ever the supportive partner, urged Christina to speak her truth, even if it meant confronting her father. But Christina's unsure. She's always been Sonny's ride-or-die daughter, but even she is beginning to question his judgment and temper. Blaze made a bold move by asking Christina if she's doing this pregnancy support plan for the right reasons, or just to hold on to a sense of purpose amid the chaos. That landed like a gut punch, and Christina didn't quite know how to answer. There's clearly a fork in the road ahead for these two, and the pressure's rising. Between family loyalty and personal identity, Christina may soon have to make a choice that changes everything. Brooke Lynn's secrets threaten to explode. While Gloria's return brought some much-needed levity, Brooke Lynn's world is anything but lighthearted. She's still sitting on a massive secret, and it's eating her alive. With Maxie and Lucy breathing down her neck at Deception and Chase beginning to suspect she's holding something back, it's only a matter of time before her truth surfaces. During a tense moment alone, Brooke Lynn looked at herself in the mirror and muttered, "I can't keep lying." Whether that refers to the baby, her business dealings, or her loyalty to the Quatermains is unclear. But whatever it is, it's big. And when secrets start spilling in Port Charles, they rarely come out clean. Final thoughts. Thursday's episode of General Hospital gave fans an emotional roller coaster with powerful performances and high-stakes drama. Carly's breaking point, Nina's emotional freeze-out, and Gloria's electric return all set the stage for fireworks heading into June. With so many secrets on the verge of exploding and families both healing and breaking apart, Port Charles feels like it's teetering on the edge of something massive. And if this episode is any indication, that edge is about to crumble. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.